a hotel, so deal with it, parents. But, but it doesn't mean you have to be, screaming at the top of your lungs.
Okay. I learn a lot from you. I do. I'm a better person from doing this show with you. I'm just saying. I am. You are considerate. You are super nice.
I try.
Know. You are. You're good. You're awesome. So 81% of people, this is a Match.com survey, okay? And I love what Match.com surveys because, my partner and I are a match couple.
Okay.
And, I think that they've got a lot of pull out there.
Yeah, and they have, there's tens of thousands of people there. So, and it's, and I would assume that it's a fairly large, sample. There's a lot of people, a lot of different mindsets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this particular survey concluded that 81% of people, this includes both men and women.
See, this is what I like. Most of the stuff they say men, they say women, that's a clickbait. Human beings would do this. That seems reasonable.
Which I thought was interesting too. Yeah. 81% of people would dump their partner over this one thing. Biggest turnoff that would make people instantly dump that person. Any idea? I always put you on the spot, but it's fun.
I know, that's the fun. Like I said, that's why I did not look it up. Let's see. You know that I'm a huge hygiene person, but I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going to say eating with your mouth open.
You pretty much got it. You backed into it. Manners.
Okay.
Bad manners.
Okay.
I think this is really interesting. 87% of people think good etiquette is highly important in equality in their romantic partner. 81% confess they would be put off and probably dump them if they didn't have good table manners. So, you practically hit a hole in one here. Like you nailed this.
Well, I just, I have heard over and over again that the first time that you meet someone, you go out, how does that person treat the service people around you?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Because if they are asses, no. I just, how does someone treat someone else? Because it reflects directly back on you. You're with this person.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree with you more. So I thought this was kind of funny. And some of the other things that came out of the survey, they said, on a first date particularly, keep your eyes off your phone. Like, don't keep, messing with your phone. And then the big pet peeves, chewing loudly, speaking with your mouth open. Those are the top ones. But the other thing is stealing food from your partner's plate or bringing up inappropriate topics. So I now, once you're a couple, we do that to each other all the time.
Yeah, I do a joke that I do not like to share. But, we will say, hey, would you like a bite or this or that? But we don't randomly stick our utensils into the food.
No.
But we ask, this is lovely, would you like a bite?
Yep.
But sometimes I don't, because if I'm having something that just, I think, my food is already fairly hot and I can't taste anything. How am I going to enjoy their food? Or if mine's mild, but if it's complimentary or for a little bit, or if we couldn't decide, we'll have a little bite, But I'm not randomly going, I'm going to eat your food. No, there is never any assumption when you're dining with me that you can touch my food.
I think everybody has their own little dance with that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like for us, it's like we're so guilty of, oh my God, this is so good, you have to have some.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we're really guilty of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the funniest is, and this happens a lot when my sister is an absolute insane brunch cook. Like she has a catalog of brunch that she makes that is beyond like crazy good. And so we'll be over there and I eat slower and I'll catch the gaze and he's looking at me and he's looking at my plate. And then there's no verbal, the fork kind of goes up and starts coming toward my plate. Now, if I don't stop him, it's all good. If I stick my fork up as though I'm going to stab, then that's a no. That's an absolute, this is mine. Stop it.
No, I'm out to dinner the other night, and these are lovely places, can you this? And I said, you're assuming that there are those of us at the table that like to share their food.
Yeah.
And I said, all of these folks have dined with me. Yeah. When have I shared? If some of these little small plates are like $15 and they're like 3 bites.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, this is not sharing. This is not sharing size. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
No.
That totally corrects
I worked for others, but like I said, hey, would you like to try it? This is amazing. Would you like some? great.
No, I mean, again, you have to be on the same page with that or it gets very ugly very quickly. So we have another miracle cure for erectile dysfunction. Woohoo.
Okay.
Shall we? Yeah. Actually, it's quite sane. It's quite sane.
Good manners. No.
Be nice to your penis and it will perform. Come on, little guy. Come on. No, actually, it's vitamin C, apparently. Increasing vitamin C intake can significantly help men with erectile dysfunction. And so they're talking about, boosting your intake of water content, natural food like citrus, the lemons and oranges and things like that, but also maybe take a supplement. It improves the blood flow to the genitals. And
I wonder if that works for limes in your gin and tonic.
Ooh, good question.
It's summer. Oh, a good warm day.
Oh. Do you have what's your favorite gin?
Hendrix.
Okay.
Oh, it is so tasty.
How do you think it compares to like Bombay?
I mean, I'll drink the Sapphire, and that's what I used to drink before I found Hendrix.
Yep.
But I just think that the Hendrix is smoother. It's more of a cucumber flavor versus the other. It's just
really good.
So,
okay, I'm going to try some this summer.
It is so yummy.
Oh, that sounds really good.
I mean, it's become almost ordinary, but it was probably over a decade ago that I'm just wandering through the Southdale Lake Lindale Liquors because friends have a Christmas party, and then my friend Heidi and I, we go over there and we buy booze, and we know what we're going to get, a few things, and then we do what can we find that looks interesting? Ooh, what's this? Gin, cucumber flavored, and that was it. It was just, hey, what's this? It's new, it's different, and it was tastier now.
Yum. Okay, I'm going to have to try that. I got to remember this. Shall we bust some oral sex myths? You feel like it?
Okay, well, we already down the blowjob conversation, so let's find out.
Who says we can only talk about blowjobs once a show? Come on, man. There's no quota here. Or that wouldn't be a quota. That would be a oh my God, quota means something that you have to meet. The thing that's a limit, but that's not the word I want. You know what I'm thinking.
It will pop in
when I'm driving home.
Like somewhere in the middle, like, hey.
Or when I'm in one of 8 meetings today.
Yeah, we'll just text and go, that's the word you want.
Yeah, if you come up with it, please text me. Okay, so 70% of people in this particular survey that fell victim to these myths we're going to debunk do view oral stimulation as full-blown sex. Now, this is the Kinsey Institute, so this is not some flimsy flim-flam operation here. So a lot of people, too many people, believe that you can't get an STI from oral sex.
I am fascinated by that.
I know.
I mean, I'm like, okay, you're talking about membrane on membrane contact, whether it's your mouth or your anus or your vagina. These are things that have membranes that are thin, and things slide back and forth very easily. That one, the fact that that's still out there is fascinating in 2017 and quite horrifying, at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's out there. And I know in the UK that this article cites that the rate of STIs spread through oral sex is rising. They've got an issue, so they're out there. And they do cite using condoms and or dental dams, depending on who you are, for this. And you have said, we've talked about this more than once, that you stock the dental dams and they don't sell.
I can't tell. I think a lot of folks, they tend to be a little bit more expensive. And if you get a unlubricated condom and cut it, which is normally what you don't want to do, it's about the same thing. Other folks have used like saran wrap.
Okay.
So there's that the rectangle packaged of latex just doesn't seem, or polyvinyl. There's a couple different versions. If you're allergic to latex, they've got that too, but it just has not sold. I would say 98% of the ones we get in expire before we can sell them. And we just had to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be there. I want to do it, but they simply don't sell for us.
Okay. No, I mean, that's being a business person there. Oral sex myth number 2, swallowing semen is harmful. Not true.
This is okay.
They said the only time there's an issue is if the man who the semen belongs to, so to speak, has an STI. That's the only time where you might be at some sort of risk. But they they describe what it's made up of. And I can't say I've ever seen this. Semen mostly contains sugars, proteins, and those things don't cause harm by themselves. It also has, did you know, B12, vitamin C, zinc, and calcium.
One of the fun facts, and I don't remember what it was, I used to know there was the calorie count for it. It's not very, it's not a lot of calories.
You know what I remember laughing at was seeing the fun fact of how fast ejaculate moves, like how fast it comes out. Do you know?
I don't, like I said, there's so many numbers.
27 miles an hour. Which is perfectly acceptable on residential streets in Minnesota. So,
27.
And then the last one is eating pineapple makes you taste sweet. The study says, or the experts say, your diet does affect bodily secretions, but pineapple does not guarantee that your nether regions will have a sweet smell or taste better. So sorry about that, but there it is.
There was a product that had wonderful reviews, but once again, it was just at a price point that did not make sense for us. And I think it's still available on our partner website. It was called Mask, that you put on, and it just, totally disguised the flavor and all that sort of stuff. But we got them in. That reviews were, everyone who used it, loved it. But at $5, it just was an expensive item. So, if, one of these days, if a company could figure out how to take this and make it less expensive, I think it would probably sell. I mean, it's out there, but like I said, it expired before
you sold it,
before I could sell them.
Sure. Sure. No, that's a really interesting, I bet you guys probably, I know you guys have product meetings and things like that because, Tara's one of your buyers, Liz, they're always going to shows and coming back, and I'm sure you guys have some back and forth and discussion, but I think that there would be some really interesting things to be gleaned from the things that work and the things that don't.
Well, a company just bought the Fredericks of Hollywood line.
Oh.
Not the line, but the rights to the name and to use it to promote that. Okay. And they made a lovely line of toys, but they boxed them up. They put them in a box that you can't see the item. It's just a picture. They put too many things in a box, and the price point got too high, and I know Minnesotans. We tried the Betty Page line. Didn't go. We tried the Red Room line. Didn't go. And I'm like, I'm not trying for 3 times. Mm-hmm. And I suspect, I know this company that they've made a lovely thing, and it will be available, like I said, on our partner site, if that's something that you're interested in. Yeah. And also, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, I know our customer here. And I said, I'd rather spend the money on the individual items, but not a whole box set, because people want exactly what they want. I used to put together baskets years ago, and they go, "Can I have a strawberry lube instead of a cherry, or how about the pink vibe instead of the black?"
Yeah,
they want with it, and I'm okay with that. I'm just like, no, we just don't do the just don't do the kits.
Yeah,
it's there. It's going to be on the partner website if you want it, but it's not going to be something that we have in the stores.
No, and that's perfectly fair. I mean, that's merchandising. So according to a dominatrix, do you know what the most common fetish is?
I'm going to go, I was one of 2, feet or spanking.
Feet.
Okay.
And here's what Jenny Nordbach, renowned dominatrix, says. She's actually retired, but she worked at the dungeon in LA. Okay. So she's, got chops. She said for some guys, it's perfectly manicured, clean, pretty feet, and others it's stinky, dirty feet. So I had no idea that there was a dirty foot thing. But you know what? There's a something, everything.
Yeah.
There's an everything.
Dirty underwear. Or why not dirty feet?
God, that's right. That was the last season of Orange is the New Black, which...
Yeah, people were selling their underwear, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a book, though.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. Something felonious pants or something hysterical. So feet. And they talked about, she has we'll post the link, as we always do, to the article. You can read about all the different, all the different things that she discusses and the angles of this. But I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, you were pretty spot on. Feet or spanking was going to be, probably one or the other. Oh God, I just jerked my own headphones out. Hang on a second.
No, it's good. Oh, there we go. All better.
Oh, I can hear now. Yeah, I got my high heel. Oh, it caught on the thing. Okay. I don't know what I did. Okay. Colleen, talk for a minute. There we go.
Okay,
there
I think we're being okay.
I won't move.
No, yeah, that's it.
I won't move.
We have to play statue now or something.
I know. I'm turning. Yeah. Okay. That was, nothing ever. Yeah. It's always something around here. So speaking of other
machines,
professionals, Which why I cannot understand why so many people are interested in sex with robots. Like just this shit right here. It's like, I don't need this during sex. Okay. Like already I'm stressed out. And it's like, I can't even imagine to be like, oh yeah, mood killer. Something gets stuck or starts buzzing or God forbid. Illegal prostitute, talks penis size.